Hi guys, Mendocino Vino here, ready for wine number 16 of the Wine Folly Challenge, Cabernet Sauvignon. The Wine Folly Challenge is where I try all 86 grapes and 14 wines featured in the Wine Folly Magnum Edition, first alone and then paired with food. Cabernet Sauvignon is the offspring of Sauvignon Blanc and Cabernet Franc. And while the name may make that seem kind of obvious, at the time when they figured that out through DNA testing, it was big news. And this close genetic relationship between Cabernet Franc and also actually Merlot, which is also a cousin of Cabernet Sauvignon, is thought to be one of the reasons why these wines blend so well together. It is the most planted red varietal in California, also very big in Chile, where it has more plantings there than actually in the whole of California. As you can see here, I have 3 bottles in front of me. I have 2 California bottles and 1 from Chile. The first California bottle is actually from the Yorkville Highlands. It is not one of the ones that I've had before. It's Marietta. It's a 2016. This south-facing vineyard is perched at 1,400 feet of elevation overlooking the Yorkville Highlands. Coastal influence, warm days, and rocky hillsides combine to create a Cab Sauv with extraordinary intensity and clarity. Wild boar, deer, and mountain lion create game trails that encircle the vineyard and guide us into the woods while hunting wild porcini and chanterelle mushrooms. This is a 14.6% alcohol, and it was $37.99. A little bit pricey, but Cab Sauv is a little bit more expensive, I think partially because it is such a well-known varietal. For my Chilean bottle, I have Casas del Bosque, and this is actually Cab Sauv from the Maipo Alto region. You have in your hands a classic example of this grape variety, one which has received numerous accolades both in Chile and abroad. Made from fruit sourced from vineyards in the Maipo Valley, a terroir which consistently delivers an elegant and balanced style of Cab Sauv. This is 14.5% alcohol and cost me $17.99. The Maipo Valley is a really cool region. It's one of the oldest Chilean wine regions and actually has cuttings directly from Bordeaux before Phylloxera hit. And many of the vines are still planted on their own vines. It's pretty neat. Finally, I felt like it might be incomplete if I did not have a Napa Cab, as Napa Cabs are some of the most well-known wines in the world. This is a Signorello estate. I actually got this from Costco. The vines for Cab Sauv were planted in 1990 on the Napa Valley hillside along the Silverado Trail. These stunning hillsides provide a variety of exposures, allowing us to create wines with increased complexity. This blend for this 2017 vintage is comprised of Cabernet Sauvignon, Merlot, and Cab Franc and Malbec. Following traditional practices, this wine was fermented using native yeasts and aged in French oak barrels for 20 months. It is 14.3% alcohol, which is actually kind of low for a Napa Cab, which is kind of exciting. And it cost me $50, but that was partially because Costco was having it for $25 off. Again, a lot more than I would normally pay for a wine, but it's a Napa Cab. They tend to be pretty pricey. So, without further ado, let's get started. Very deep, I would say, ruby garnet for the Yorkville Highlands. For the Chilean, very similar, deep, maybe a little bit more on the ruby side of things. And the Napa Cab. Even deeper almost, very dark, very, I would say, garnet more than ruby. So let's see what this smells like. I'm getting black fruit, blackberry, hint of oak on there, just a little bit of vanilla. Cranberries maybe too? Black cherry, not cranberries, black cherry. It smells soft, not hugely alcoholic. Not getting any mint or menthol. Maybe a touch of an herbaceous note though, a little bit of green pepper, and plums. So many plums. Wine is plums. Alright, so let's see what the taste is like. Dark fruit, blackberry, cedar almost, a little bit of graphite in there too, kind of this sort of minerality to it. Lean, nice acid actually. Not terribly tannic, which is also very nice. It's good. It's complex. It's inviting me in slowly. It's not right up in my face there. It's asking me to drink some, sit with it, and think about it actually. If I had to describe this wine. All right, let's move on to the one from Chile. That is a more fruit-forward nose. I mean, Chile is also New World, so I don't know why I'm surprised by that so much, but it is a much more fruit-forward nose. Stewed plum, plum sauce, vanilla, figs also. Just a little bit of fig. Smells good though. Smells like my style. Excited to try this. Let's see how it tastes. I like the smell a little bit more than the taste. Maybe also a little bit tight still. But yeah, mostly I would say blackberry plum notes on here and a little bit of vanilla. Finally, let's try the Napa Cab. I will admit this might be the first nice Napa Cab I have tried. It's layered is my biggest thing in coming away with this. It's not one note and it's not terribly fruit forward. Interesting. Alright, so let's taste it. Woo! Savory. But man, interesting wine. I almost wish I had blind tasted these because I, like most humans, are influenced by, all the information I have available to me, and part of the information I have available to me is price, and so I do know that this one is more expensive than the other two. I don't know, it reminds me of a sunny day. Sunny day out in the fields. Hot day. For our pairing today, I went real simple. Just steak, potato, and corn. You don't really need anything very complicated with Cabernet Sauvignon. Alright, let's try it with wine number 1. Grilled steak really is one of the simple pleasures in life. Love that stuff. Good. Very nice. Definitely one of the more higher acid of the three, which I think pairs really nicely with the steak, cuts through the fat very well. I'm getting a little bit higher tone red fruit on it too now. Let's try it with wine number 2. Also goes very well. Yeah, just pairs nicely. Just sort of a simple, straightforward, nice pairing. With wine number 3. Wow. Okay. That pairs really nicely. Wow. Also just highlights the food is fruit forward, but not fruity, not sweet. Yeah. Goes nicely together. Hey, look at that. Cab Sauv. Delicious. You've all heard of it. I would not kick any of these wines out of bed. All quite good. A little bit bigger, a little bit more tannic. Powerful and elegant for sure, but I think I would ultimately say I enjoy lighter bodied reds a little bit more. These are all very tasty, and I'm very glad that I tried them. I hope to see you guys again next week. Chin chin.